Welcome to the West Texas town of El Paso, the Sun Bowl, and home to the UTEP Miners, and it's always a pleasure to come out this way, and we're certainly excited about the game we have in store. Today, an incident between two teams from the state of Texas, and when you face off against another squad from the Lone Star State, the emotions tend to run a little higher. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the UTEP Miners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Miners will kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense getting set for first down. He'll try the left side. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. The challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
Getting some heat. He'll pull it down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. If you want to shut this crowd up early, you don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Throws to the wideout. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
All right, good news. The game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is that we've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
Discards a man. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The Miners are in the hurry-up. On second down, looking again to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Open space at the 25. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. And the Miners will snap it on 1st and 10. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. From the red zone, looking for a space. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a second down play. They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Great recognition by the defense on that pass play. They knew exactly who the quarterback was going to, and they got there quick.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Touchdown, UTEP. Pulled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down.
Is he in the Big 12?
So
Is this the Big 12 matchup?
Quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You've got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He's going to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires the pass, intercepted.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body, going to the right. Great job on the defense, closing it off and making the interception.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll throw it on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. You can dance around and look for space.
I like how he position changed both these backs.
He gets it out to the 17.
You know, it's funny.
Pretty sure they're
running
wide
backs
receivers.
oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game. But when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves to change for the 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. Still on his feet at the 45.
I knew that was coming.
And he's running in the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now. And I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes. But the big key every week, get him the ball, let him go to work.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. And the pass is intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Throws for the tight end. Got him, and nobody's close. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Hey, get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it, make something good happen after the catch. And quite honestly, they need him because they've thrown a couple of picks now in this game. They've got to find a way to get this guy more involved.
Coming after him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And that is an all too familiar sight. Listen, this team won last week, but they gave up 4 sacks. They got to protect this young man early in this game. Don't set the tone, and let's not go back to last week.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Leaves it with the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Complete in the middle. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Red Raiders. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive.
Down.
That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
He's looking for a man on second down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Miners headed quickly to the line. They believe they can run right here. Delivers the contact. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. We've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop it.
Got out of trouble and throws. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking for a huge play. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. And the Miners have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way.
You're
Touchdown,
gonna run
UTEP.
this.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Gonzalez. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their... And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect the quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He wants to go deep. He's got it on the right. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And, man, what a game-changing tight play. The offense throwing the football deep in their own end, and they're probably...
Oh, they blocked the extra point. That's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays. They get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They had the extra point blocked. Now the kickoff unit out there and hoping things go a little smoother. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous.
He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete one of those throws, that could be the game-breaking play.
To the ground with the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Oh, look out, there he goes. He's at the 30. The 10. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Finds his tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. They'll try to get it through the air. Steps away. Got his man downfield. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. They go to the ground. Barishnikov should be so sweet. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. Looking for the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what
Cheaters.
the call is.
Bunch of cheaters.
First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Hard running there. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Handoff to the single running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On second down, looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. The snap sets up the throw. He's got his man. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The Miners want to crank the tempo. Comes out throwing on first down. They're working that left side. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to throw on second down. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miners.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution in the drive by that offense.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going up top on first down. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. One more snap coming before halftime. He's going to pass on second down. Keeps the play going. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter.
All right,
That means
I
it's
got
time to
stuff
join
with
Kevin
these
in our
things.
halftime update. The Red Raiders will boot it away to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
Not something necessary.
The offense set for a first down play. Looking to move it through the air. Extending the play. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. And it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
He's brought down, but there's a flat.
Get the fuck out of the game, bro. Get the fuck out of the game.
He sucks.
Fucking idiot. Get the fuck out.
He's awful.
This is just ignorant. Just gonna keep having them fucking blocking the back. Wow.
He's awful.
Fucking dude has blocking the back.
Let's see if it stands. Second down coming up. They'll run it from the gun. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense, maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. Thrust that arm out. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense trying to come up with a stop on third and short from the 37. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Well, you know what they say, tips lead to picks. To the offense, they're lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
And now on second down for this offense. Trying to get the edge on the right. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, UTEP! And once he got loose, it was all over. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. It makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Looking to go up top on first down. And it's picked off for the third time today. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, UTEP. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might put him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Here comes the offense on first down. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
This time he's got his man. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Quick strike complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
They'll throw it on first down. And he pulls it in at the 15. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Lining up to add another. Splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal from 43 yards out with a touchdown pass. Now it's a 2-possession game, maybe a 2-point conversion needed in there. Down by 15 as they're about to kick it off. Out of the end zone. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. This offense is really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go.
There he goes to the right. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Niners. And the stomping has commenced.
When these offenses get in the rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too. Get another touchdown.
He's the most cunning player I've played this year in a dynasty. He takes the kid over to Tennessee to the Big Ten.
Hey guys,
SEC.
let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 6 over Jacksonville State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking to scramble. Spits it out to the back. Snagged in the middle. It's Coffee. Knocked down for the tackle.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. Bulldozes his way through. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And this is why this team is losing this game right now. they cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times, almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. He'll just keep slinging it. He finds his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. From the gun, the ground game. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raider. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Strikes the blow. He was looking for a lot more on that when instead he's out of bounds at the 14. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Quarterback will audible. He's going to take off. It's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Well, they were trying to go RPO. The quarterback decided not to hand it off, and the pass rush just swallowed it up. They got to him so quickly, knocked the ball out, and jumped on it.
Oh, what a caught. And he picked up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chain.
We don't have enough firepower in this island.
He wants to throw it. Feeling some heat. He's got it. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Let's not overcomplicate things. My guy is better than all of your guys. No matter how I give it to him, I'm going to keep feeding.
It was good. We just don't have a defense to compete right now.
He's back to throw on second down.
Oh my gosh.
Too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback.
Because you don't know how to play defense.
You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Headquarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And it is another
got lucky
interception.
freaking computer.
Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And the offense makes the tackle in
Ain't no way he
frustration
should.
after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6.
That's not what I asked.
The give to the tailback. And they
Golly,
get him on the
man.
ground,
Could have
and
been
that'll
7
probably
points
do
going
it
to
for the
fourth
third
quarter.
quarter.
Yeah, no doubt. I've thrown 3 picks. 4 picks? Yeah, 4 picks. 1 pick 6 off a fast screen, which is ridiculous. Should be 35-27. Could have been tie
Second
game
down
from
now
the
as they're
school.
ready to go back to work.
Stupid.
Handoff from the gun. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13. And the Miners racing to the line in the hurry up. Got it, looking for the first down. Crosses the 30, he's got away. So important to convert these third downs and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And man, they're taking advantage right now.
Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Miners look to keep this drive humming. They'll run it. Smashes through. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
They've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run.
Running toward the tape. Touchdown, UTEP! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend the lead here.
If he wasn't so cuttish on offense, he'd suck.
Push their record to 3-1. So a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and
he's always been cheesy.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out
even
of
in
your running
14.
back, he can make big plays like this. Man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB
makes the grab on the right. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
He unleashes a long one. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. To the air on first down. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
After the misconnection, it's second down. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. He wants to throw here on second down. Dumps it to the back. Grabbed over the middle. It's Coffee. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw it again. Unleashes to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And defense is about being great in the great situations on the third downs. Goal line situations like this, when you need to get a few stops, putting a few stops together, even though you gave up a long drive to get down there.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Go for this.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on fourth down. He's looking to throw. Into the end zone. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Oh, that stings, man. You did a great job calling the play. You got your guy open. Everything was executed perfectly. And the ball hits him in the hands, and he just can't bring it in. Man, those are tough ones. Those are tough to stop.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, to give, looking for room. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down, and shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
Fairly manageable distance here on third down from the 27. No need to get cute there, especially when they allow you to push the quarterback forward, and they do and get the first
He
down.
complains
Yeah,
so
the quarterback just does a nice job finding the crease, right? Which side of the center am I going to have my buddies behind me trying to give me a little extra shove to go get that first?
And the Miners getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. At the 40, there he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on 1st down. They'll go to the ground. At the 45, on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Miners are moving quickly down the field. They'll test the right side. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
They'll try the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll leave it with him. So after the first down run, here's 2nd down. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, UTEP. And the route is on. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
hasn't changed.
What a nice touchdown run. And this is a team effort, right? It's got to start with the offensive line to give you that crease, and then the wide receivers start to kick in, and the running back, he handles the rest. Nice touchdown run.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Gonzalez. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Mm.